Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. We are now happy to be joined by horse racing guru, an expert as we get ready for the Derby, John Wilkinson. He's the managing editor of the Horse Network. He also was one of the people who helped start KSR back in the day. John, how are you?
Doing great, Matt. Great to be back with the crew, talk about horse racing, the best time of the year.
Yes, it is a very good time of the year. HorseNetwork.com for those of you who check it out. All right, so I'm going to ask you about the Derby. Every year, it's like the one horse race a lot of people follow. Tell me, is this a good field this year? Is this a good group of horses? Is it going to be a good race?
I don't know if there's a superstar like American Pharaoh or even Nyquist last year who came in undefeated, but I will say it's very even and wide open. There's definitely some cream at the top, but I think this could be the year where after 4 years in a row with a favorite coming out on top, this could be the year where there's another bomb in the exacta.
There used to be a time where people said, okay, the favorite doesn't win. I think it had gone like 17 straight years, and the favorite has been 4 straight years.
4 straight years.
Which is crazy. I get the sense, though, these favorites, there's really like 3 or 4 of them. None of them is like a huge favorite, right?
No, I think even the favorite might be 4-1 by post time. So even if you play the favorite, you have a chance to make a little money. So,
all right, let's talk about him. Classic Empire is the one I keep hearing about as the horse that's the initial take. Ed DeRosa was in here yesterday from Twin Spires, said he thinks Classic Empire wins. Do you like him?
I like him. I mean, I know I've liked him for a while. Ever since he was a 2-year-old at Churchill Downs, he's been a very classy horse. He's traveled all over the country, and he's won a lot of big races.
He's well seasoned.
He's well seasoned.
He's visited
a
lot
great
of places.
Foundation.
Yes.
He can be a bit of a head case, so that's something to keep an eye on.
What does that mean when you say he'd be a bit of a head case? Yeah. How's a horse a head case?
Okay, well, every thoroughbred's, they're hot-blooded, so I mean they get worked up and they're young and they're active. But he's had some issues in training in the past, physical issues, and just some. He's kind of refused to work. They've worked
arguing with the umpires.
Arguing with the umpire. 150,000 drunk fans screaming. That can get to.
Is that a worry for some horses?
Absolutely.
Do they get spooked by it?
Well, they can burn too much energy before they even start running. I mean, that's what you look for. I think, especially if you're betting, is a horse going to the gate. If they're washy, if they have a bunch of white sweat all over them, then maybe they're burning up their energy before they need to. You
got to watch out for the white sweat. All right, so if I don't like Classic Empire, that's the favorite. Give me the next couple. What am I going for?
Well, Irish War Cry is probably the fastest horse in terms of pure speed in this race. A New Jersey bred horse, which is kind of rare. By Curlin, who was a great 3-year-old as well. So I think you got to look at Irish War Cry. I think the post position draw is going to be critical for him because I think if he draws inside, he's not going to like that. He's going to be agitated. I think if he can start outside and kind of pick his spot and get a clean trip, I think he's going to be a handful.
All right, now after Irish War Cry, I keep hearing about this horse, McCracken. I like the name. Should I like McCracken?
It's kind of the local hero. I mean, McCracken County. Who doesn't love McCracken County?
Hey, everybody, is it named after McCracken County?
I don't. It's McCracken, Kansas.
Oh,
but
well,
we'll just yeah.
Well,
this is not Hey Kansas.
Who wants that?
Yeah.
I had someone tell me that this is like their pick from outside.
He's definitely a buzz horse, but he's undefeated at Churchill Downs. He's 3 for 3, I think, in his lifetime at Churchill Downs. So if you like a horse for the course, which there's some merit to that. I mean, he knows the surface well, and as of right now, he's working great.
Horse for the course. Now I hear there's a horse with one eye. They call Patch.
Patch.
I like horses that have a little interesting story. One eye horse. Does it hurt you at all to only have one eye?
Not really. I mean, especially when you think about most horses a lot of horses wear blinders and blinkers anyway. So I think maybe if there's a lot of horses to his outside of his blind eye, I guess you'd say, that might pose a problem. But he's had a nice career so far, so I really don't think it's that much.
So you like him? All right, now give me a long shot. Somebody I've cashed 4 straight trifectas, including 2 with long shots, because I get the right long shot. What's my long shot?
I don't know why I'm in here since, I should be asking you, but one horse I think you can keep an eye on is Looking at Lee. That's
kind Lee Cruz's horse.
Exactly.
That's who he was.
He's a late running horse, and I think the extra distance of the Derby is going to suit him. Now, one thing you have to worry about with these horses that come from way in the back is he going to have traffic issues? Is he going to have the daylight to get up?
But you can't know that.
But yeah, and I don't think he's fast enough to win, but I think he can certainly make a run at the end and hit the board.
All right, we got to get it out of here real quick. Give me my trifecta. If I want a box, put 3 horses in it, what am I putting in?
I think you got to go Classic Empire, Irish War Cry. Take a look at McCracken, and then if you want a long shot, why not throw in Looking at Lee?
All right, so there you go. That's the 4. Classic Empire, Irish War Cry, McCracken, and Looking at Lee. Stay away from the one-eyed horse.
I don't know. The one-eyed horse, he's a nice fella. I like him.
It's John Wilkinson, horsenetwork.com, at Horse Network on Twitter, or at HN Racing.
Yes.
It's always good to see you.
Thank you, Matt.
We'll take a break and be right back. This is Hey Kentucky.